Happy Wednesday, everyone. Couldn't get my computer to work. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope everybody's doing great. Good morning, Felix. Good morning to everyone. So how's everybody doing on this Wednesday morning? Bear with me one moment, if you will. Trying to find a paper. I'll be right back with y'all. Let me put your attendance quiz up. I can get that done. I had a meeting, so that's also was a delay in me getting on. So everybody awake this morning? Say, sure, Miss Hargrave. Again, please make sure that you do the attendance. Just because you came online, I still need you to do the attendance. So please make sure you do the attendance, and I'm going to get ready to put it up. Okay, if everybody will, if you will go to do the attendance quiz. And I'm still trying to find some paperwork that I had. Got some things I want to put up. So if y'all do that, just give me a few minutes. Please, please, please. Has everybody had a chance to complete? Hopefully, I think I put up a study guided note. So if you have not had a chance to do that, go ahead and do that. I'll give you about another minute or two. Okay, so everybody pretty much probably has completed the attendance quiz. If we will go into Canvas, let me see if I can share my screen. Hopefully by now everybody has completed or is continuing to work on their 1.04 guided notes. Also, you have your key terms. These are your key terms. We only had, I think it's 14. Yes, it was 14. We discussed these, reviewed these while we were reviewing the PowerPoint. So again, we have, I don't know if we discussed brand, but of course, brand is all combined impressions and experiences associated with a particular company, good, or service. Some of the brands that we know: Sony, LG, Nike, Apple. Those are all brands. So we have impressions of each of those brands in our heads by the experiences of using their products or services. We know that consistency is a product's ability to deliver the same level of quality and satisfaction time and time again. Probably we associate consistency. I associate that with, say, the fast food chain Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's customer service is always excellent. The food is always excellent. Their timing, their how quick they are as far as their fast service is usually on point all the time. Then we learned about goods. Goods are tangible objects that can be manufactured or produced for resale. Intangible means not capable of being detected through the senses. So intangible are things that you really can't touch, you can't see. Licensed merchandise. Goods bearing the name or logo of a sport, event, product produced and distributed by an authorized manufacturer. Now we know that, of course, the name Adidas or you're in German, you say Adidas. Adidas, we know the logo. You know more than likely when uh, a brand, people are trying to pass off a certain brand, as being legit, but it's counterfeit. You run to people all the time, they're selling things on the street of different kind of vendors, and they are counterfeit products. So we pretty much know they're counterfeit products. Some of them have a license agreement with the companies, but you have to be very aware. Then we have your own goods service, your own goods service, which is a product that involves repairing or changing a good that the consumer has already purchased. So our own good is something that we own, that we pay for outright. A lot of us pay for, I guess, might be a TV. But then down below, you see what says rented goods. Rented goods can also be our cell phones. A lot of times, when cell phones came out, y'all probably weren't even born. I was still young. Of course, I'm still young, but I remember cell phones. You bought the cell phones out, whatever the price is. I think back then, cell phones were probably, you might can get one cheap as 99, but I won't say 199, 299 on up. I think I when I first started buying cell phones, everybody bought their phone. You had to pay for the phone outright. So that means like if a phone costs $250, you pay the $250 up front. If it's $450, you pay the $450, and then you got the service. So the service was separate, but you had to buy the phone. But now you can consider a cell phone as a rented good service because you're making payments on the cell phone. Say cell phones cost about $1,300, or an iPad costs about $1,300. You're paying monthly payments to your service provider for that, and then when it's paid off, it's yours. So that is a rented good service. Perishability is a product's ability to withstand being stored. Perishability, anything that is like a canned good, those are more perishable, like fruits. Those not perishable. Canned good is not perishable, but perishable like fruits and stuff. No, perishable is like, oh, I got confused. Is like canned goods. So when they say bring perishable items, that means to bring like canned goods if you ever people are collecting for a charity or a food drive. Quality is the degree of excellence of a good or service, how good it is. Separability is a product's ability to be considered apart from its provider. So then you have your services, which are intangible activities that are performed by other people for money. Then you have your smoothing, which is offering a consumer a discount for purchasing products that otherwise would go to waste. So what they call smoothing is what we often call rejects, or what they call flawed, or what they call secondhand. What that means is oftentimes there are products like Hanes Hosiery or Hanes company. I used to work for them on the phone, and this is going back to ladies and men, like the hosiery for the ladies, the socks for the men. Excuse me. There was a little flaw that you really couldn't see with what they call the naked eye. You couldn't see it by the naked eye. There was a flaw, so they couldn't, like the Nike socks or the Champion socks, where now socks probably cost $20, $25 for the guys and the ladies. You couldn't sell that for that price because if there was a little flaw, you had to sell it for at least half or more than half off. So you probably can get a $25 pair of socks for $8. So that's what they call smoothing. Tangible is capable of being touched, smelled, tasted, seen, or heard. Now you have venues. Most of the time we don't call them, when we or are organizing a wedding or somebody's getting married, they'll say the venue. But normally we just say where's the location. But a venue means a building or a place where sport events occur. So I wanted to let you know that make sure that you have copied down your vocabulary, you can either copy down a notebook, screenshot me a picture, or you can print it out, trim it up nice, and paste it in your notebook. So you have kind of like a mini interactive notebook. Paste in your notebook, but you still need to show me that you've done that. So I want you to do that. And I also wanted us just to cover briefly today. And then I'm going to turn you loose because I want you to do that little quiz. And then tomorrow we will prepare for a quiz, and you can start the quiz on Friday. So let me get to where I want it to go. I hope everybody can see this. Let me see if anything in the chat. Okay. Let me know if you cannot see what I'm getting ready to show. This is called Where Does the Money from Sports Merchandise Go? So where does the money from sports merchandise go? So this is a video that we're going to watch briefly.
Purple in the crowd. Lots of people wearing Vikings jerseys, shirts, or hats.
Each year, professional sports teams sell billions of dollars worth of merchandise. So where does all that money go? Good question. Here's Heather Brown.
How much did you pay for that jersey?
I bet it was probably like 150.
120 bucks.
I think about 300 US dollars.
Where does that money go?
Good question. Well, let's think about a hypothetical.
His was 100.
Yeah, yours was 100 too.
They're gifts for each other.
I'd say $13 to $14 of that jersey will go to the NFL and get shared equally among the teams.
And we get Green Bay money, and that's okay.
You see that swoosh on your arm there?
Oh, yeah?
Nike essentially gets everything else.
Jonathan Jensen teaches sports administration at UNC Chapel Hill.
Is it the same for all the other pro sports leagues?
Typically, all these agreements are structured very similar. You've got Adidas now with the NHL. You've got Nike with the NBA. You've got Nike with the NFL. You've got Majestic with Major League Baseball. And they each negotiate their own contract.
If a player's name is on the jersey,
Now you have the
Fine saucer.
a small cut also goes to the Players Association and to the player.
Any of these league deals are really not public, so it's hard to kind of unpack how exactly the deal is structured and what those percentages have been agreed upon.
The manufacturers pay to license the merchandise. Nike reportedly paid the NFL more than $1 billion.
It only costs them a few dollars to make each of these jerseys, so they have to charge as high as possible prices and hope that they can then recoup that investment.
It's like kind of living vicariously through.
Heather Brown,
you pretend like you're Adrian Peterson.
Exactly, yeah.
WCCO 4 News.
It's an eye-opener, huh? Sports fans buy between $3 and $5 billion of pro football and baseball merchandise each year. When it comes to the NBA, that's about $2 billion, and hockey, that's about $1 billion. That is still, however, just a fraction of the $40 billion of Disney products that people buy every year. If you have a good question for Heather, you can email it by going to wcco.com/links. Did you know all that?
Did not know that. Didn't realize that Nike takes that big of a chunk.
Big chunk.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Okay, so now you know where the money goes from the sport merchandise. So does anybody have any comments? If you will, let's go back to your modules. And I want you guys right now, if you will, to go to the 1.04 module, what we've been on. I want you to take the 1.01 to 1.03 quiz. Just take it, and then after you take it, so let's come back together at about 9:30, 9:40, 9:35, probably about 9:35, and it may not take you that long. Take your time. No need to rush through it. So please take your time. We'll come back together at approximately 9:35.
There's a code.
You said, is there a code?
I said there is a code.
Oh, let me check. Let me check because it wasn't supposed. Let me check something. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Thank you for that. I apologize. I think that is the code right there. Try that code right there. And if that doesn't work, let me go back in and look and see. Thank you.
It worked.
Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
What was the code?
Sports, all lowercase. Sports. Elena, make sure somebody get some pictures of you, okay? This weekend. All right, I got you. I'm gonna hook you up, Elena. And after you do this quiz, please make sure you go back and do the attendance quiz, because a lot of you have not done the attendance quiz yet. Okay, so make sure y'all go and do the attendance quiz. Right now I have Abby, Danny, Jerome, Shamil, Nazani, Michelle, and let's see. If y'all will take the attendance quiz, do it before you leave class today. I appreciate it so much. Make sure. Okay, guys, after you have completed the attendance quiz for today and the 1.01 to 1.03 quiz, you may sign off for today. Please make sure that you get your key terms to me and your guided notes as well. And if you have any questions or anything, you're more than welcome to stay on, or you can always email me. I am still working on grades, so no, they have not completed. You still have time to get in your work that you need to get in. I am trying to be more than lenient because I know, like I said, this is all something new for everybody. And I see that, Felix. I may have to see another way of getting you the quiz. So this is make sure you get everything wrapped up this week, because on next week we will start new, and I want y'all to be ready to go Tomorrow we will review for our test, and then you can begin taking it on Friday. Felix, so you said that it's keeps knocking you out. Let me see. I may have to end up sending it to you via email. Once you guys do the attendance quiz and the 1.01 to 1.03 quiz, you are free to leave. And I'll see y'all guys on tomorrow. And y'all have a great day. Bye-bye, Austin. Bye, everybody.